So hello and welcome to Daily Write Day 2. If you came to the session yesterday, then thank you very much for coming back. It's lovely to have you here. If you didn't come, that's absolutely fine. All the sessions are in isolation. They don't follow on from each other. If you want to catch up on yesterday's, it will be on YouTube at some point by the Write Festival. Excuse me. So a reminder that these sessions are just a way to do some really quick, really easy writing exercises. The whole session will probably last no more than 20 minutes, of which 10 minutes will be writing time. And it's really important that you treat this as a fail space. Nothing you write needs to be good. I would expect it not to be. We're not judging ourselves on what we're writing. We're just getting through the exercises as a way of warming up our bodies and our brains. What I would say is, with that in mind, try and have fun with it. Use this as an opportunity to try things that you might not otherwise. It's very easy when we write to put pressure on ourselves and think that it has to be really good and perfect first time round, which it never is. So we're going to do 3 exercises again this morning. So give your shoulders a stretch, flex your fingers. The first one I want you to do this morning is going to be another listing exercise. And I'm going to ask you to write down a list of things that you care about or that you're interested in. So we're really thinking about themes and ideas that we might want to explore with our writing. If you're already a writer, if this is something you do a lot, you might have a very clear idea of what you write about and what you're interested in. I would say if that's the case, don't fix yourself to that. So be open to kind of other things popping up, maybe things that you haven't explored before. Likewise, if you don't really write, if this is something you're trying for the first time, first of all, well done and welcome. But think about things that you watch on TV or films or books, maybe the lyrics of songs, what kind of things you're drawn to in news stories. They can be really big themes. So there might be things like I'm interested in identity politics or climate change. There might be sort of ideas or situations. So you might think, I'm really interested in the mother-son relationship, or I've always wondered what it would be like to be a stunt woman for a day. So these can be really big ideas, small ideas. I just want you to write a list of things that you care about or are interested in. A bullet point list, and we're after quantity, not quality. So I'm going to time you we'll do this for 2 minutes. I'm going to turn my camera off, so when I come back on, that's when you know your time is up. So your time starts now. And that's it. That's your 2 minutes up. So that was a really quick exercise to start. So thank you for doing that. So hopefully you've got at least one thing on your list. It's interesting to see if maybe none of the things on the list surprised you. Maybe you're very clear about what you care about, what you're interested in, or maybe something popped up today that you have never thought about before. And any of those are great. So what I'm going to ask you to do now is to pick one of the things on the list. And it doesn't need to be the thing that you care the most about. I would say just pick one that you feel drawn to today. So go by a gut reaction. So one theme or one idea off that list. And what I'm going to ask you to do now is to either bullet point or brainstorm or mind map, whatever you want to call it. With that theme in mind, I want you to think about all the different ways that you could explore that theme in a story. So, for example, if one of my things on the bullet point was climate change or the environment, then my list of ways to explore that might be a story about two people meeting at a protest. It might be about somebody starting a new job at a recycling centre. It might be a story from the point of view of a penguin who is on an iceberg that is melting, or maybe somebody called Greta who is suddenly seeing their name all over everywhere in the paper and in the news and how they feel about that. So it doesn't necessarily have to specifically explore the theme, but it should be connected in some way. Again, we're after quantity, not quality. Go with every mad idea that comes into your head, anything you can think of. I just want you to come up with a list or brainstorm of all the different stories that could use that idea or theme as a starting point. I'm going to give you slightly longer on this one. You get a whole extra minute. So we're going to do this one for 3 minutes. So again, I'm going to turn my camera off and I'll be back in 3 minutes. Your time starts now. And that's your time up again. So well done. As with yesterday, we are not even 15 minutes in, and that's 2 exercises under our belt. These exercises are a really good way of just generating some ideas. Like sometimes I think I don't know what to write about, I might have a bit of writing time, and especially at the minute it can feel like there's no ideas there, you don't know what you want to write about. So I would encourage you to use these again. You can change the theme, so instead of things that you care about, you could explore an emotion. So you could say things that make you angry or things that make you laugh. And then it's just a really quick way of just brainstorming lots of stories, and lots of the ideas won't be very good, and that's fine, but it is a way of just getting your brain working and getting started. So well done for having a go. What we're going to do now is pick one of those ideas and have a go at writing it. I think sometimes with writing, it's easy to forget the fun and the discovery of writing, especially if you feel pressure, if it's something you do for a living. So I would encourage you to pick the idea on your list that feels the most random. So on my list, it would probably be the penguin who's on his own on this floating iceberg. Today and all of these sessions is your chance to have fun with writing and trying some things that you wouldn't otherwise do. So have a little look at your list, see which one you're drawn to, see which one which stands out as a story that nobody would ever publish or put on, that you would never normally write, and give it a go. And this time we're going to have 5 minutes. It is a free writing exercise. So as with yesterday, the idea is to put your pen on the page or your fingers on the keyboard and just keep writing. We're not expecting to get to the end of the story. We're not editing as we go. It's not going to be high quality. We're just exploring the idea and seeing what comes out. So you've got 5 minutes for this one. I'll be back at the end of 5 minutes. Have fun, and I'll see you shortly. And that's it. That's your 5 minutes done. So huge well done. You've turned up and you've done 10 minutes of writing. If you came yesterday, you've done 20 minutes this week already, and that's a massive achievement. So really well done. I hope that it's proving useful. It might be that whatever story you started today, next time you have some writing time and you want to sit down and write, you might want to use that as a warm-up. You might want to pick up where you left off and just write for a few minutes. That might be the fun project that you just play around with. It doesn't need to be for anything or for anyone, but just have fun with it. So thank you very much for coming along. I hope you find them useful. They will be on still for the rest of the week, so Wednesday to Friday. As ever, it's just the same link and you log on at 10 o'clock. And as with yesterday, do let me know how you got on. You can tag me on Twitter at InkProducer, INK Producer. The Write Festival and The Word who've put this on, they are at theword_UK or hashtag Write Festival, WRITE. But thank you very much for coming along, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Bye.